Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be continuing into part 5 of What If Goku Never Stopped Training. Now before we get into the video, I just want to say thank y'all so much for 1,000 subscribers. It's insane how quickly we got to that, and I just want to thank y'all for everything. I am currently working on my 1K special, so that will be the next video that will pop out after this. But again, thank y'all so much. This is all thanks to y'all, everyone who supported the channel and subscribed and commented and liked, getting us to 1,000 subscribers. Also, I have started up a Discord. The link will be in the description, so if you want to join, go head down and, we can maybe make a community where you can, suggest any what ifs or, just make other friends. Other than that, if you haven't seen part 4, there's a title card where you can go check it out and see what happened last part. We'll be going into Super and finally introducing the gods. Do y'all think Beerus would be satisfied by Goku and his newly unlocked power? Without further ado, let's dive into part 3 of What If Goku Never Stopped Training. It has been quite some time since the Majin Buu event. Goku has gotten quite strong ever since then. During his time training, he ended up learning instant transmission and ended up using the Z sword and used it to train. The Supreme Kai talked about how the sword is practically unbreakable. But one day, Goku was somewhat curious how strong the sword is, but after his first punch, the sword was broken, which made the Kais completely speechless. But out of the sword came out Elder Kai, and he ended up thanking Goku for freeing him from his prison, and Supreme Kai was too stunned to speak. Elder Kai revealed that it was Beerus who ended up trapping him in the sword, and this caught Goku's attention, saying he has been training to fight Beerus, and Elder Kai without hesitation wanted to help Goku to get some payback. He ended up doing the dance ritual to awaken his hidden potential and even give Goku a new form. It would take some days as Goku had great potential, but once it was done, he felt the power. Goku powered down for the first time in a while, and activated the Mystic form and felt the immense power of all his Super Saiyan forms in his base, and he released something else. He sensed the Kai's energy level now, which shocks the Supreme Kai, as now Goku has God Ki within him. With the aid of unlocking his potential, it actually gave him that boost to get into God Ki. This, in a way, bums Goku out, as he wanted to achieve it on his own, but oh well. On a faraway planet, Whis stands there watching every bit of Goku's training and was impressed as he was getting God Ki. But then it hits the time where Beerus wakes up and begins to hunt on the Super Saiyan God. Whis does tell Beerus of a mortal who tapped into God Ki, and this shocks Beerus and demanding him to bring him to the mortal, as they began to head over to Supreme Kai's world, which he sensed and grew fearful, telling Goku that the God of Destruction is coming, and this excites Goku as he wants to face the God of Destruction. Not long after, Beerus would arrive to see Goku, and without a minute to waste, their brawl will start quickly. Their fight is unbelievable as it shakes the planet and even sends the Kais flying. In his mystic form, Goku is putting up an amazing fight against Beerus. Now note, this fight isn't comparable to the canon fight as Goku didn't truly absorb God Ki just yet, which is why he didn't gain the transformation. The bit that he did tap into did boost his strength greatly, but not to the extent that it did in canon. Beerus would begin to power up slightly more, and just increasing his power level, he was able to extremely overpower Goku, and knocked him out in a few blows. Supreme and Elder Kai are left stunned that their training wasn't anywhere near enough to please Lord Beerus. He began to grow angry as he wasn't satisfied by this fight, and asks Whis if there's any more Saiyans out, as he sees Earth, and Beerus demands to be sent to Earth right away, and he tells Goku that if there's no Super Saiyan God, he will destroy the planet. As they head off, Goku tries to get up to stop Beerus, but he is way too much damaged as the Kai goes to aid him. On Earth, it is Boma's birthday and it goes pretty much normal. Vegeta and Raditz were training. During the time, Vegeta still hadn't gotten to achieve the Super Saiyan 4 form and decided to give up on that form and was actually learning how to perfect Super Saiyan 3 with all the intense training he has been doing with Raditz. Bulma does fuss at them and force them to stop training to go to her party. Once they do arrive, they do see both Whis and Beerus, which shocks them both and even makes them fearful. Before they could talk about the Super Saiyan God, Bulma came by and invited both of them to her party. Both slowly calm down but tries their best not to piss off Beerus. But without Buu in this party, they actually enjoy themselves with the party and especially the food. But soon, Beerus would begin to get impatient, saying that he wants to meet the Super Saiyan God, which confuses all of the Saiyans as none of them know what that is, which puts a frown on Beerus' face. He then powers up, saying that he will just destroy the planet and be on his way. The fighters then get into a fighting stance as they all rush at Beerus, but easily he takes them all down one by one without any trouble. Vegeta, Raditz, and Gohan would power up into the highest transformation and try to fight Beerus. But at the same time, Beerus isn't using that much power to fight back. Goten and Trunks would fuse into Gotenks and join the battle. But easily both Gotenks and Vegeta were knocked away as Gohan and Raditz continued fighting. Beerus does say he is impressed with their form and their power that they have, but it's nothing to him as he quickly knocks them both out into their base form. Beerus begins to get angry as he sees no Super Saiyan God, but Raditz quickly asks Beerus to give them 5 minutes and they could possibly get him the present he is looking for. Everyone questioned Raditz as he asked Bulma for the Dragon Balls, and they can question Shenron about the Super Saiyan God, and quickly she would go get the Dragon Balls. They would summon Shenron and ask him about the Super Saiyan God, which Shenron would explain the origin and the ritual on how they become the Super Saiyan God. They do have enough Saiyans to do the ritual, but the question is who would get it. People would think it's Gohan, but he takes the offer down as he wants to focus more on the Super Saiyan 4 transformation, while Raditz would not be too confident to be able to fight Beerus, but Vegeta yells out that he will be the one to get the form, as he doesn't have no Super Saiyan 4, and stating that he is the prince of all Saiyans, and that this form will fit his mantle. The ritual will be done towards Vegeta as he becomes the Super Saiyan God, and before they fight, Goku arrives as Vegeta yells to get out the way since he got the Super Saiyan God form, and only he can fight Beerus. But Goku laughs, asking Beerus to join their fight, which Beerus doesn't deny but questions how is he any stronger than last time they have met. Goku explains that he has now fully got the feeling of God Ki. He has achieved a new level of power with the Super Saiyan 4 transformation. Goku started powering up into Super Saiyan 4, but then continued as the fiery aura of Super Saiyan God forms around him until it dissipates and his hair becomes a mix of red and black as Goku transforms into the Super Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker. And this power amazes everyone as he got ahead of Vegeta once again. Together, they go against Beerus, and this battle is a lot more intense than it was in normal. Well, not only that it's a 2-on-1, but Vegeta and Goku are much stronger than Goku normally was in canon fighting Beerus. Their fight is felt across their planet, with Goku and Vegeta using combination attacks against Beerus, and this fight makes Beerus happy and decides to power up more, going all out, and making the Saiyan duo do the same. Vegeta ends up powering down into base, which shocks Goku and Beerus, but he explains that Vegeta still has the God Ki, it is now just a part of him. Knowing this, Vegeta powers up to Super Saiyan 3 and their fight still continues. Vegeta feels the power as he's still closely on par with Goku's new transformation. Their fight ends up going into space. Slowly, the Saiyans are losing the energy they have, and Beerus begins to easily beat on them. He powers up a Death Ball and sends it towards the Saiyans, as they both try their best to hold off the attack, but they both just power down into their base as they struggle more and more until they are engulfed in the attack. But just like in the movie, they tank the attack and power up as Goku goes into his mystic form and Vegeta ends up unlocking Super Saiyan Blue. They both together rush at Beerus and continue their fight as everyone on the planet can see every blow as they are shocked about the power of the gods. Whis explains that Goku is on a further level than anyone else as he is watching him the entire time he was training with Supreme Kai, and he has the potential to achieve something great. The fight continues with the two Saiyans not giving in, but Beerus does see that their strength is getting lower and lower and decides to end it, telling them that they are the strongest people he has ever faced and offers to train them and some of the others. They remain shocked being offered this but do accept the offer as they power down, being completely depleted of all their energy. Beerus goes back on Earth and everyone grows worried as they couldn't defeat him, but he tells them not to worry as he will spare them for now, but does tell the fighters that he offers up to train the Saiyans, whoever wants to join. Raditz will join since he is a free man and can go anywhere he wants. Gohan would like to join but is too busy with his own job, but maybe might join once in a while. Goten and Trunks would like to join, but their mothers wouldn't really allow them since they're still young and they'll probably have a chance in the future. Beerus and Whis would end up taking the three Saiyans and leave to his planet. Once they arrive and recuperated, he asks all three of them to spar to see who is the strongest. Really, Beerus just wants to make a rivalry out of all three of them to push each other to grow stronger. When their sparring match begins, both Vegeta and Raditz power up to their max, but Goku only went to his mystic form, which confuses the others, but Goku explains that his form is able to give him the strength of his transformations into his base form, so he never needs to really transform. Their fight begins with all the three Saiyans, each with their own path to power. Their fight is so powerful, causing major shockwaves all around the planet. Even with the major gap in power between Goku and Vegeta, Raditz still manages to hold his own against them and slowly increases his power as he begins to gain the ability of God Ki. The strength that is shown between the three puts a smile on Beerus' face as he does get excited with these Saiyans. Back on Earth, the Z fighters realize how underpowered they were against Beerus. With this, it inspired them to keep training. With Piccolo, he got in contact with Supreme Kai and asked if he could train under the Kai. The humans hearing this also asked if they could join him, as they too want to get stronger, with all them going to the Kais to continue their training. With Gohan, even with the Super Saiyan 4, he still felt like he has a lot more room to improve. Arisa does tell him that she is pregnant with Pan, and he decides he wants to train more. He does offer to train Goten and Trunks so they don't feel left out, and this makes them happy. They do hope one day they'll be able to train with the gods and get God Ki, which sounds cool to them. Months would pass and it would remain peaceful. It would stay that way for a good while, as Frieza and Cole would never get the chance to be resurrected, since during the time the Saiyans went to space to stop Frieza, they completely destroyed the Frieza Force, leaving little to no soldiers left in order for them to get the Dragon Balls and try to revive their fallen emperor. And that's where we'll leave it off for now. Tell me how y'all think about this part and how I did with the Battle of Gods arc. What do y'all think about the trio Saiyans training with the God of Destruction and aiming for their own form of power? Even the other fighters training with the humans and Piccolo under the Supreme Kai, and Gohan training the younger Saiyans. If y'all are interested and enjoy, please leave a like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to be alerted whenever I post another part. Thank y'all again for letting us hit 1K. It's all because of y'all. Y'all are amazing. Thank y'all for all the support y'all been giving me. I am eternally grateful for all that. And thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next part. See ya.